Hey guys, Sidewalk Chalk here, back with another video on the YouTube channel. I asked everybody on stream to send in some questions in the Discord and on YouTube as well. And here we go with the first one, I guess. What game got you to really love gaming? So the first game that got me to love gaming in general was definitely Pokemon. I was obsessed with Pokemon Red, and that game really got me like really going. I mean, of course I played like, you know, Mario and Sonic and stuff like that too, but Pokemon was the one that really stuck with me from the jump, and it really just inspired me. In terms of shooter games, Halo was the big one for me there. That really, you know, got my attention, and my love for FPS titles really sprouted from there. And then RuneScape was definitely the first one that got me to, you know, do that grindy, you know, always wanted to play it and work on it and stuff like that. Why did you get into live streaming? So I was inspired by other streamers, I'm not gonna lie. I did try it out a long time ago when I played StarCraft 2. A friend of mine had brought up Justin TV and showed me it, and I just, you know, tried it out, but my internet of course was even worse back then. So that didn't go very far. A couple years ago, I got inspired by some streamers I was really, you know, into watching and stuff, and I was like, you know what, I can do this, even if it's just a hobby. It looks like a lot of fun, and here we are. Who's your biggest inspiration for content creating? So easily Break from TSM is my #1 like inspiration for PUBG, for streaming, for gaming, for content creation of all types. Choco Taco is another big one too, of course. I really love his YouTube videos, the way they're edited, the way they look, his whole feel of his channel, his color schemes, everything. It's on point, and I love how chill he is while he plays the games. Hits the nuttiest shots ever and just barely even reacts. And then Hambino is a more recent one, a huge inspiration for PUBG, just an insane player, ex-pro, and yeah, they're all just amazing in their own right. Is there anyone on YouTube or Twitch you want to work with, and why? I feel like it goes without saying, the last 3 streamers that I mentioned there and content creators I mentioned there, hands down would love to work with any of them someday. You never know. It's a dream, fingers crossed. But there are so many people I could list here that I would love to work with. Who is your favorite mod that you also live with? Taya. So it's definitely Taya, obviously, but I did want to take a moment here to shout out all of my mods. We also have Absolute Zero TV, aka Willie, AirX, which wherever that dude's at these days, I don't know. Tap, of course, Funk, who is killing it on his comps right now, and we miss him a ton around the channel. Grimes, of course, obviously, wish he could be around more as well. Sax LaFlash, the OG, was one of the first people that I didn't know personally from real life, I guess, real life friends, that became a mod of the channel and a huge supporter of the channel. And Taco, one of the more recent ones, of course. Always a pleasure to have Taco around. And then Kenny, one of my IRL best friends. And that's the mod team. What is your favorite game on GameCube? I have 2. I can never decide which one, but it is decisively so that my top 2 are Sonic Adventure 2, Battle specifically, and Super Mario Sunshine. Both games I've sunk so many hours into over the years. I always seem to come back to them and be, you know, filled with this nostalgic happiness, sort of warm feeling. Where did your original and new name come from? So originally, my name was Ryllycon, RLYCON, and you'll notice that Taya's is really Taya. We both had kind of a similar name for a while. Then I sort of just didn't like it for Twitch. I don't know why. So I changed it to Euphoria Live with the 4 in the middle. At the time I thought that sounded cool. I like the idea of like just this euphoric sense of like happiness and joy. And then after a while that one kind of got stale too, and I really didn't like having live in my name as well once the TTV clan kind of took over and stuff. So one day I was like, you know what, I wrote this song called Sidewalk Chalk once, and I really liked the ring of that. Then I was like looking it up, and it wasn't taken, so Sidewalk Chalk. Favorite thing to do besides streaming or recording videos? Nothing. No, I'm kidding. So I do really enjoy writing and playing music. I've been in several bands over the years, and I've done a lot of solo stuff, and it's probably one of my favorite things to do. Whether or not I do it all the time these days is another story, but I've made so many songs, and it's been a great outlet for me over the years. I also really enjoy hanging out with my puppies, and Taya, of course. What did you want to be when you were growing up? When I was growing up, I wanted to be a graphic designer from a very young age. I had no clue what the flip a freaking graphic designer was when I was younger, but I still wanted to be one. I think I thought it was video game related when I was younger, but as I got older, I actually learned that I really enjoyed graphic design and logos. Are your parents proud of you? This one's a good one. So my parents are very proud of me as a person. I've been told it very many times, and I believe it to its core. As far as streaming goes, they don't know I do this. My mom, I've mentioned it to her. I don't think she quite understands what I'm talking about. And then I think one time my dad asked me what my link was on Facebook. But yeah, so they don't really know about this. But in general in life, I think they're very proud of me. Do you have any siblings? No, I do not. So maybe they have to be proud of me, because if they aren't proud of me, then it's kind of, 0 for 1, and that's, bad rep. What is your favorite type of potato? A little bit of backstory on this question, if you're wondering why the flip this was asked. Anthony is one of the earliest supporters of my stream, and he sent me this question because he calls me a potato all the time. When I miss any shot, no matter how good or bad it was, he calls me a potato. So, to answer the question, and very literally, I love all forms of potato, first off, but my favorite types of potato are definitely fries, hash browns, mashed potatoes, and of course potato chips. And the last question that I was asked was, do you ever plan on leaving Ohio? And I have never even for a moment in my entire life thought about it, to be honest. I love it here. My family's all here for the most part. Taya's family's all here for the most part. So we never really plan on leaving Ohio. We definitely plan on leaving the area we live in now and moving a little bit more north, maybe, into some nicer neighborhoods with better internet. So yeah, that's kind of where we're at right now. We both have plans to, move on up, but never out of sight as far as I'm concerned. So yeah, that's it. Thanks guys for watching. Thanks for all the questions. We'll definitely do some more stuff like this in the future, and then the next video will be a rundown of the setup. I have a little bit of new peripherals and things like that I'd love to show you all, and what goes into my streams, I guess. So until next time, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye guys.